DT can definitely run amok, and also even the bottom right there's going to be a DT heading there. So these guys are looking to do what they can. They're not going out without a fight, but I think as soon as all these ultras start streaming in, unfortunately there's no greater Spire quite yet. So Broodlords are what you want against this, and you can't quite get those. And the DTs are being pretty annoying, but once again, just the standing army of the 2 Zerg players is just monstrous.
Gigantic. If you check out those units, 6 ultras, and it's still just 9 corruptors. Greater Spire almost complete. You'll see probably all of those corruptors just immediately morph into Broodlords. So yeah, he's got 1,500 gas. That's going to be plenty. 4 more ultras on the way for Reds. And I'm curious, what are his upgrades? 4-2 upgrades. So he's got Chitinous Plating plus 2-2 for his melee units. And, well, they actually were able to secure the middle, but just until those Broodlords come.
Yeah, 9 Broodlords, no big deal. And there's a whole bunch of Lings just kind of ready to counterattack. These guys could actually run in at any time. You might just want to flank from the back to try and prevent any blink backs or anything. But once again, this army, these Ravens have full energy. They're pretty good, but once again, an Ultralist actually at this northwestern expansion just sitting under this command center. Just chilling.
Slightly better at blocking the command center than a burrowed Zergling, just a little bit. Huge Terran force moving out. Very mech heavy, and by mech heavy I mean that's all he has. Hellions, cores, and siege tanks with +2 attack upgrades, but none of that really does very well against Broodlords. And I have a question for you, Adabasi. Do point defense drones shoot down Broodlings?
I believe how it works is the Broodling still lands, but it doesn't do damage. I know it interacts with it. It might actually cancel it out entirely. But either way, when you've got 9 Broodlords, the energy of those PVDs will just zap down to nothing. So I mean, it's going to help for sure, and it also, of course, helps against Corruptors. And I want to actually see for sure how this works, but looks like we might not get the chance to. Ooh, Fungal's going down on so many of these units, and this is just havoc once again here.
Yeah, these Broodlords, these Broodlings just soaking up so much damage, and they did a lot better against that than I thought. I don't think they sent all their units. There's tons of Ultras just kind of hanging out on the creep over on the rights. Tons of Lings up at the northwestern expansion. Still that Ultra's just chilling, so they pretty much cleaned out most of the Terran and Protoss army, although there are a lot of tanks left, but I expect Sheth and Red to remax almost instantly.
Yeah, they're both sitting at about 140 supply right now, so they're getting there, but actually not with all that much money in the bank. You gotta hand it to the Techno Vikings here. They are like fighting tooth and nail. They've taken out that northern expansion from Ret. They've denied the middle, or at least continuing to try and deny as Ret's trying to mine from that. And they're just fighting strong. Finally, this expansion at the top left, the command center actually got to land. Not that anything's actually mining there. And the real problem is just going to be that they're going to mine out, and that's not going to be the case for, of course, Ret and Sheth. And once again, I mean, that's a lot of Ultralists right there. That is 9 Ultralists.
Yeah, that's 9 more Ultralisks than he probably needed to make because they are terrible. I hate Ultralisks, but they're a lot of fun to watch at least. He still needs to get that 3-3, which is almost completed here, and you gotta remember, despite them cleaning up that last Zerg attack, they're still down so many bases. Ultralisk Broodlord. Pretty interesting combination. Here we go.
Yeah, indeed, and I think we'll see if they can actually hold this. There's so many Vikings, they've eaten through all the Corruptors. Actually, still a couple Corruptors, but the real story, I think, is all of these Ultralists just plowing through everything. The Blinkstalkers trying to do what they can, but it's all for now. It looks like all the Broodlords should really be dying here, but once again, Ultralists all over the place. Now that top left expansion, there's a PF there, and that's kind of not, it's kind of doing fine. So, the Liquid team can't get too cocky here, but once again, they're still roughly up an aggregate 60 supply or so.
60 supply, 66 supply worth of Ultras for Red. Sheth is actually surprising me. His supply is a bit low considering he has 4 bases right now. But these Ultralists going to head up to the northwest and just take out that planetary fortress in a few fell swoops. There's only 1 Infestor. Now, their Infestor count has been slacking a little bit, and that's why those Broodlords got taken out so early. Doesn't really matter. There's the GG from GLRiChY. Well played, and Team Liquid will take the series 2-0.